Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 5 and just, well, the other DC shows in general, because we finally got a new promo or trailer. And yeah, without further ado, let's just watch it right now.
There are people out there with powers.
Going to school today, Flash?
A little tighter than I remember.
You afraid to make waves? Make them anyway. You, my friends, fixed history.
You're part of something greater.
Black Lives will always fight for justice.
You cannot extinguish a child of God!
You should have killed me.
So yeah, a decent amount of stuff to go over there, and like I was saying, I said in my Arrow video this morning, we could get a trailer out today because The Flash was on, and in previous years they've released these like sort of combined super season trailers on the reruns of The Flash, and exactly a year from now, or exactly a year before, or a year ago might I say, they released the exact same type of trailer. So they lived up to it. They, released a trailer exactly when I thought they would, and yeah, we finally go on. But of course, before we jump into the actual breakdown, be sure to drop a like on it. It would be awesome. We finally got a new trailer. Leave a like if you are hyped for it. Of course, let me know in the comments section down below all of your different opinions, and also let me know in the comments if I've missed out on anything major, because everything went pretty quick, so I might have missed out on something. Hopefully I didn't. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So yeah, this wasn't just for your your Arrowverse shows, if you want to call them, of Flash, Arrow, Legends, and Supergirl. There was also some Black Lightning stuff in here, and actually a decent amount. It was a mixture of some stuff from last season and this season, and the same goes with Legends and Supergirl. There was a handful of shots of stuff from this season, but it was basically stuff I already saw in the Comic-Con trailers, and a lot of it was last year's stuff. I don't know why they're keeping those shows so under wraps. Really, a lot of the new footage we got in this trailer was from Flash and Arrow. There was some Black Lightning stuff, but it was mainly towards the beginning. And that's where we'll start. So they had the Black Lightning moment where they were basically discussing the whole green light effect and all the people out there now with powers. So that's really going to be the big sort of storyline, you guess, for Black Lightning Season 2. Just they're not being like this normal world where you have one or two sort of powerful people or people with powers. Now you've got all these different people coming out there. Some might be good, some might be bad. It's basically like when we went from Arrow into Flash, where Arrow was, pretty grounded, and then we went to Flash where there's all these metahumans. So Black Lightning sort of incorporating the two and just sort of merging those two shows and the different storylines that they had into their own show. So it should be pretty interesting to see how they handle it, especially with Black Lightning in Season 1, where it was pretty, as I said, grounded, but still had those metahuman powers and stuff like that. So yeah, gonna be interesting. But then we also move on to some Arrow stuff where we see Felicity protecting William and screaming in the woods. This is very similar to the shots we had in the Comic-Con trailers. They're different, but they're basically in the same scene. Now, as I've been saying in my Arrow videos, this is most likely a nightmare scene that Oliver's having in prison, just because, well, we get another shot of Felicity at the end of the trailer, which sort of hints that this is most likely a nightmare scene, unless this is a flashback scene to something that happens at the end of Arrow Season 6 or after Oliver goes to prison. But my bet would have to be on nightmare scene. But then we finally get to some Flash stuff where we see Cisco on the Ferris airstrip by the looks of it, where they do all their testing and stuff like that, like we've seen in previous seasons. Now they're probably here testing Nora out, I would say, just to see her different powers and different things like that. Obviously, one of the things with Nora is that she can't get back to her own time. She's stuck in our time. So whether that is due to powers or just due to something in the future where if she went back, something bad would happen, that's for us to wait and find out. But if it is something to do with her powers, they might be testing out her powers here just to see what is limiting her from, well, going back to her time. Obviously, this is very similar to Barry, we should all remember, not even last season was Season 4, but all the way back in Season 1. I'm pretty sure we'll get some homages and stuff like that. But we do see Barry in that Season 1 suit, like we saw in the set photos and even in the Comic-Con trailer. We saw the Season 1 suit, and we were all like, oh, okay, well, this is just going to be a flashback scene, and maybe this is Nora Allen going back in time. We're going to see a sequence of different times that Nora went to, and then maybe there's just a moment where back in Season 1 where she runs into Barry. It's just going to be something like that. However, the dialogue throughout this scene confirms that this is not actually a flashback. Barry is wearing this suit, this Season 1 suit, in present day, and it makes you wonder, where's the white emblem? As we do hear one of the security guards ask him about going old school, so this suit probably gets destroyed in order to bring in the new one, you have to think, throughout some point in Episode 1, because as we know, Season 5 picks up right at the end of Season 4, so there's not going to be a couple months time gap where we can go back to the events in between the end of season 4 and season 5, and there could be like one crime where Barry wears a suit. This is straight after the end of season 4. So we know that his season 4 suit got destroyed. So, this is the one this is just the one that's lying around. But then once again, where's the white emblem, dude? Like, did that one get destroyed? Am I having like a brain fade or something? But then we get the first moving look at Barry in that new suit for season 5. And I don't mind it. There is one issue, and some of you guys might be able to see it straight away from this still photo. It's the neck, because it isn't connected to the headpiece, because the headpiece is essentially like a helmet or a cap, sort of similar to maybe the Flash from the movies, like the DCEU Justice League movie. Because it's not connected to the headpiece, it's a bit flappy on the neck, because it is basically like spandex that goes over, but it's like seems to be a bit harder on the sides to sort of like match up with the thickness of the helmet, which could be an ongoing issue throughout the season, and people might, nitpick it, especially people that like to nitpick the shows and make fun of it. It could be an issue if it isn't fixed going forward. But Grant Gustin, who plays Barry Allen, aka The Flash, did say that the suit will be getting a fix-up as the season progresses, and he did specify that it has something to do with the headpiece, or whether it is that we get a chin strap on it. As you can see here, no chin strap like we've seen in previous photos. Or it could be something to do with the neck. So maybe they just like ran out of time when designing it. Maybe they couldn't get Grant Gustin in enough times to properly fit it with different materials and stuff like that. And they just had to go with what they had when they started this season. So that could be the case here. We'll have to wait and find out, obviously. But I'd have to take Grant's word in regards to them fixing the suit up as they go along. But we haven't really seen this issue in other photos. I think in maybe one photo, which would have been the one with the crossover poster one, maybe people had an issue with the neck there. I couldn't really see it, but I think here it's pretty evident that there is a bit of a flap or gap there. So let's just hope that gets fixed, because I really, really like the suit, and that's just a small error on it. But in regards to this scene in the trailer, it does seem like he is talking to Nora in that section of the trailer. So this could be like one of their first proper outings. Even though we know in that scene with him in the season 1 suit, Nora is there as well. That scene seems like it's the one where Nora stuffs up. So maybe this is a scene like after Nora has, probably had some training with her dad and stuff, and they finally get to go out and stop a crime together and do it properly. And as I was saying before, we saw that Felicity in the woods earlier on. I said there was something towards the end of the trailer which was a bit different. And this is where we see that different looking Felicity chucking coffee or something on someone who is most likely Ricardo Diaz. It looks like another shot from the Arrow trailer where Ricardo Diaz was in an apartment, and this could be him here. The big question around this is whether this is real or not, because as I said, I still think that's a nightmare scene, but could this be a nightmare scene as well? I would probably say no. I'd have to say that this scene is real, just due to the fact that Felicity has that pink hair, which we have seen in different set photos, which look like they're obviously in the real world. Unless Felicity's gone to visit Oliver in prison, which I highly, highly, highly doubt she has. And that'd be the only way in which Oliver would know that she has this pink hair or something like that. So you have to think that this scene is real, but the one in the woods is fake, or a nightmare, if you want to call it. But yeah, going to be interesting to see how Felicity gets out of this one, because I don't really see Felicity being killed by Ricardo Diaz in the first episode. But we do finish off the trailer with Oliver Queen in a prison yard. Like, this trailer is definitely Flash and Arrow dominated. The sprinkles of the other shows in there, but they're like most of them are pretty old footage. They're nothing new. But yeah, we see him in the prison yard standing over someone and telling them that they should have killed him. So I wonder if he's referring to there's like a prison fight and they should have killed him in that moment, or something else. Like before he went to prison, maybe it's Bronze Tiger, because as we should all know from watching Arrow, Bronze Tiger was in a position to kill Oliver. Basically every single criminal and every single villain on the show was in a position to kill Oliver at one point. So basically Oliver could be saying this to anyone and it would make sense. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below what caught your eye most from the trailer. What are you looking forward to most from the from all the shows thanks to this trailer? And did I miss out on anything important? There was some Supergirl stuff there, but I really couldn't judge whether it was new or old, because Supergirl's filming sort of been like all over the joint. So if you want to clarify that for me in the comment section, that'd be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you are new to the channel, it would be awesome if you could subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.